Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York, the Groove Venue. Today's episode opens to the Sept of the Green in a relatively calm day. Of course, the Guru of the Sept of the Green are still dealing with the odd shadow that seems to pop up, and not to mention the whispers of a new mockery breed. Please tell me, what are the current Guru in this hangout? What are they doing on the Sept?
So what John will be doing is he'll be around the cub dens. He's not encountered the den. He's not encountered the den parents at all. He's heard much about the fearsome den father, but yet to actually encounter this being. So he's making the best of what he's got. He'll be like just running some circuits around in Krynos, in his terrifying hairless burnt up Krynos.
Looks closer to a rat than a wolf.
I mean, it definitely, it's not something that comes under the protagonist column at all. It's definitely something you see. Well, in fact, it's not even as pleasant as things you see on Bloodborne. But yeah, he's just running circuits around the cub dens.
And Templine is
really
just about her duties.
Just about her duties. All right. Yes. What are the other two doing? What are Simon?
I mean, he's probably paying his respect to Unicorn in the Sept Heart.
Okay. And what is our Get doing?
Dick face. He can't really go nowhere. And he's ugly in this Valentine's Day. He is sitting somewhere drinking. That's what he's doing.
Okay. Simon, you are at the shrines. You are, you're currently where the shrines are in the Sept, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a perception alertness.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
Oh, hold on. Let me just start the scene here real quick.
Standard death.
Give me just 1 minute. Yeah, standard diff.
Okay. That's one success.
Cool. That's all you needed. There's a bubbling that you hear from a shrine that has not been honored in many weeks. An old shrine. The Shrine of Otter.
He doesn't have too much spiritual lore and anything like that. He'll still going to approach. There's a bubbling, you say, so the sound.
Yeah, it's like if a toilet was bubbling. Sorry, I don't have any other better description of that. It sounds like a distant bubbling from, and it sort of echoes.
He kind of looks at it for a sec, and he thinks, "Hey, you know who should know what to do? The keeper of the land." And he'll look for her. He didn't let me make sure if he has quest of the, yeah, pretty sure he does have right of the questing stone.
The questing
He's
stone
gonna-
doesn't work on living things.
Yeah, he's gonna do right at the questing stone on the keeper. No.
Oh, it's not on living things. Okay.
You could just look for her around the Sept. Central Park is not that big a place, and I'm assuming she has a regular circuit.
Yeah, in that case, because I was going to do that to make it easier, but in that case, he'll just look for her. Where, well, he knows her a little bit at least, and he knows a few places where she hangs.
He's in luck in that 10 Point keeps a very regular schedule. In fact, that has changed only briefly and only once. So, yeah, she is about the usual place on her circuit. In fact, probably headed towards the Cairn Heart, albeit lumbering through the Umbra and Krynos.
But he'll see her now. 10 Point. You might want to come see something.
Kind of spares him a glance. Continues, of course.
There are-
but
Yeah, well, he's continue on walking. The shrine for Otter is making weird sounds.
and then she breaks into a straight four-legged gallop. Because you know what? Them arms are long enough, and it's faster.
And he'll go there following her, taking his time to take matters just in case there's shit hits the fan.
All right, you guys approach the bubbling shrine.
Is there
for-
anything happening in spirit speech, or is it just bubbling?
It's just bubbling. It's like water. It's like air is coming up from underneath it.
And she will begin tending the shrine and speaking to it.
If ST is willing, if John happens by, if his circuit takes us past this bubbling shrine.
Sure, it'll take you past the gathering of the pack shrines. Sure,
if nothing
of
else,
course.
you can spot 10 Point galloping full tilt.
Yeah. He'll come over. He'll stay a respectful distance away. He's probably never seen. I mean, he's seen an otter, but probably not. Given that it's a Wendigo spirit, probably not any sort of spiritual tribute to it. So.
It's
He
bubbling
assumes
away.
He doesn't want to interrupt the keeper of the land. He is new here.
Yeah, she will begin whatever regular tending it is given, because I love you guys, but I haven't looked up every single totem yet. And begin speaking in spirit speech to the shrine, appealing to Otter, asking, "Honored spirit, are you displeased?"
Otter doesn't respond, but the moment that you speak, the bubbling turns into a boiling.
Is it actually searing?
Steam is rising from the bottom of Otter's shrine, and the steam begins to form into a face. A face that 10 Point has seen before.
Yeah, the brow spots kind of pop up. She actually reels back a little bit in shock.
It doesn't-
Let's go ahead.
The face doesn't seem to recognize you.
Oh. Good point.
In fact, it's looking dead forward, and it says, "As your sept has protected our grotto, we will protect your sept. Targets have escaped our schools. They take to the shores nearest you.
Is it like tracking as if recognizing it all, or is it like playing
It's
like a
looking
message?
straight ahead.
Okay.
That's in spirit speech, right?
What was that?
Was that in spirit
That-
speech?
Yeah.
No,
I didn't
Oh,
think.
okay.
no, everybody heard that.
Can you tell us any more what forms they take? She'll kind of be tilting her head. Actually, never mind. He took Krynos too. She'll,
It repeats the message.
yep. Fuck it. She'll, turn a glance then to the Guardian. We are at risk of attack. Yes.
So, out loud. Okay. I don't know much about spirits. Do we know? Well,
That
nothing.
not a spirit.
An ancestor? What was it?
The important thing at the moment, Yuff, is that we are at immediate risk of attack. Perhaps you should speak to the other guardians, speak to the warder.
So, yeah, makes his way. I saw in the thing that Desmond is here.
Pardon?
In that side chat.
Oh.
Is Desmond here or?
Desmond is like off to the distance, letting the Theurge do her spirit thing. If he's called over there, he'll come over. But he's looking in that direction.
Simon moves towards him. Desmond, it seems our sept is.
Hold on, I will be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
I imagine you can still social. Go ahead.
It's safe. Obviously, Desmond, it looks like our sept is under attack. We need to find the warder. And well, yeah, he's the only other guardian for the moment. Yeah, we need to find the warder and plan something out.
When
We need
is
to
they
find
going to be?
the threat.
When is they going to be under attack? Like right now, or is it like
Imminently.
in like? Oh, okay, all right. We'll tell him and mobilize and get ready to move out. Simple as that.
And she'll
Move
actually
out.
Go
Move
ahead.
out to where?
Hmm?
Move out to where?
the nearest coastline.
We're on an island.
We are.
And
Which beach is nearest? She actually kind of turns a glance to Simon and Desmond because she doesn't look at fucking aerial maps. Shit.
fun fact, Central Park is pretty much exactly between the two rivers.
Perfect. Awesome.
Slap bang in the middle of Manhattan.
Awesome.
We'll go to the nearest edge of the sept and see.
I will hope that Robert clarifies which direction, because if that is in fact the case, this gets awkward really fast.
Yeah, unless we have it's completely random. Hopefully it's not.
Desmond is going to take out like basically a cigarette and just basically light it.
What spirit is this shrine to? I don't recognize it.
Otter.
It is a shrine to Otter. It is the remnant of a pack that is no longer part of the sept.
Then hopefully we can find out. If not, then maybe the best people to start asking would be Otter's children.
This message did not come from Otter.
Was the face not one of the pack?
No.
What's attacking?
She actually... She can't say it without sighing. Crab people. Probably.
Oh, that. Well, guess I'm having crab legs.
Crab people?
She'll flick a glance around. They are what is called, I believe, a mockery breed. They are being created. They have a war form as we do. Some may now have a beast form of some sort. But may also look like people.
You say them mockery. Who? How were they made?
She shoots Simon this very blatant how the fuck would I know look. I don't know how else to describe it other than that. Like it's the kind of like disbelieving, skeptical. Many things share their secrets with me, Yav, but the worm is not one of them.
No, okay. You haven't found out yet?
Have you ever heard stories of what happens of the Garu that learn all the secrets of the worm? Right.
Well, because I'm not suggesting talking to the worm, but investigation might.
Learning all the secrets of the worm inevitably results in Garu going to the same place.
It will not. Okay, so let's just kill them. But we can.
Yes. Trying to think, what should I have?
I want to roll something, but I'm waiting for the ESP.
Yes. In the meantime, I imagine at the very least, 10 Point can turn a glance to John. We will likely have to fight these in the Tellurian. If you wish to arm yourself, I suggest you run fast. Otherwise, we go as we are.
What did I miss?
Nothing. We were just talking.
Yeah.
We waited.
Conversation.
Um,
We did have a very valid question though.
What's that?
Central Park is pretty tidily right in the middle between two beach lines.
Yep.
slap
So
bang
we-
in the middle of Manhattan.
So when you say nearest,
Mm-hmm.
you're an asshole. Just wanted to make sure that was correct. So be it.
Shark Jesus is being an asshole.
I can get it, but I'll struggle to wield it. My sword is designed for Krynos.
She'll bob her head in understanding.
The message has repeated itself 3 times now. After the 3rd time, there's a pause. And while there's no recognition, the eyes of the steam figure seem to flit from left to right. In memory of the child of water, I give you this warning. They can bleed.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Fuck.
John will nevertheless. He's not quite sure of what the warning is, but he will follow 10 points advice and run off to get his hockey bag.
He goes and gets his hockey bag.
His big hockey bag.
Big ass hockey bag.
Yep.
We should reconvene in the Tellurian, I imagine. Find ourselves a ride. I'm going to see if I can figure out which beach.
Please tell me he also puts like a golf sock over the hilt.
I mean, literally whatever you require for him to functionally hide a sword. It was literally, the reason it's dedicated to him is just because it's the largest item, or the most effective item I could think of off the top of my head for hiding a Zweihander.
Canonically now, your Zweihander has a 9-iron sock over the hilt.
Excellent.
Perfect.
And he takes his little bottle as well.
Awesome. Good.
Very well. Has Otter actually continued to patronize the shrine?
I don't know. Are you going to try and get Otter's attention?
Probably so. Seems like the swiftest way to get an answer. Faster than birds.
All right. How do you propose getting Otter's attention?
That is a damn good question because she doesn't have the usual offerings on hand.
I think it's a great question.
She will probably I know it's not chiminage, but it's polite and it's sometimes a good way to get attention. She will attempt an offering of Gnosis into one of, I assume, the watery bowls that lay on the shrine to see if it will respond or stir.
Give me a base charisma roll.
In Krynos?
In Krynos.
You don't have a penalty in Krynos. It's
That's
benefits
true.
manipulation.
That's true. Sadly, I don't think my spirit heritage aids me in this in any way. Not with the spirit.
Spirit heritage stag. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Not with the spirit.
We've got a Fenrir, a Silver Fang, and
Holy
a
shit! I got a 10 on my 2
Holy
dice.
shit. You got a 10.
I'm not very charismatic.
Holy shit, but you did get a 10. Again, you see the steam face of Teeth of Waves sort of go back down. The bubbling stops, but the steam stays. And you see the form of an otter begin to materialize in the lingering vapors as it pads its way on his back around the shrine. And what service does the keeper of the land ask of me?
I beg a favor of you, good spirit. There is a threat oncoming from the water.
A
I need to know
favor?
where.
What do you offer? I'm hungry.
It's hungry, right? Oh, I don't know that.
Do
My
you
bad.
have spirit speech?
Nope, I'll just say my bad. I don't know.
Exactly.
I know. I just said my bad. I didn't like.
She's
Anyway.
talking to a spirit now, unless you have spirit speech.
He got it. He
That's
got
dope, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're all just looking at 10 Point, waiting for her to tell us what to do.
it. Watching her play Splish Splash with an otter spirit.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath. But yeah, he's slowly padding his way around the shrine on his back in vapor form.
I could bring you offerings of fish for the next week and a day, honored spirit.
What kind of fish?
Right.
Just so long as there isn't and none of those snot peas.
Delicious mushy peas.
Bringing my immersion, God. She tilts her head faintly because let's face it, 10 Points probably had about as much experience with fish as Katie has. What manner of fish would you like, spirit?
River fish.
The ear gives a twitch thoughtfully, and she bobs her muzzle. It will be done.
One fish each day.
As you wish, spirit.
What do you wish to know?
A threat comes upon the sept from the water, but we don't know where. They are...
What kind of threat? There are many threats, especially to water. Plastic.
It
Cans
is.
are a threat.
These are people who have been twisted and corrupted to take the form of crabs.
A threat of crabs. My mortal enemy.
Tenpoint does not laugh at the spirit, but Katie is struggling.
To the southeast. Many crabs have been there recently.
Thank you, spirit. for the insight. And she will respectfully bow her big antlered head. And unless the spirit is looking expectant in some way, we'll fuck right off.
The vapor form of the spirit circles the shrine once again and comes up very close to you and touches nose to nose and says, "Bargain struck," and then swims away.
Then yeah, she will relay this to the rest of the party, turning to call out. And then glancing between them, how far away is the coast by vehicle? Like 10-minute drive or something?
About a 30-minute drive for traffic.
Oh, Jesus. Well, then that settles it. She will just do it the old-fashioned way.
I mean,
so yeah, she will.
That is considering you get a cab at the southeast end, of Central Park. So yeah.
Yeah. So she will relay it. Urge people to go on ahead to the Tellurian, see if they can catch a driver. And
I'm going to need you to roll to pass into the Tellurian.
I have Rage 6.
You do have Rage 6.
This is why we have kinfolk.
I'm just saying that the cabbie won't be the most happy.
The cabbie would not be the most happy.
That is why our drivers are usually kinfolk. I will call Billy when I get over to the Tellurian.
I was about to say I have drive.
I need everybody to roll it to pass into the Tellurian place. It's going to be difficulty 4 on Sept. So,
isn't it usually a spot lower in the Cairnheart? I can hope.
It's 4.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's 4.
Yep. Waiting for everyone else first.
I am just loading up. My cat is trying to attack me.
As it should be.
Kitty.
Meow.
Diamond, was that your roll to pass into the Tellurian?
Yeah, that was me rolling.
Yeah, you good.
That's my roll.
Again, you guys are good.
And now that everyone else is rolled. 10 Point will actually let them all pass through first because it tends to be kind of traumatizing for people to watch her do it. But she's not going to play the game of having someone hand her the hacksaw, so she's going to reach up, grab her antlers, and wrench.
Ooh.
Okay. John would happily assist. He has a big sword.
He does have a big sword.
He does. She even has a hacksaw in her swag, but it's time consuming. This is faster, and they've got a long enough ride that she'll be fine.
Everybody does pass. I'm gonna need a strength roll from you.
I think I have the thing in here. Like I actually hashed it out. I actually hashed out the entire process previously. She can only do it in Krynos.
Ah, okay, fair enough. So basically what you're doing is you're manifesting in a Cairnheart as Krynos, hacksawing your...
no, she literally reaches up, grabs them, and they snap off at the base. There is a minor amount of blood. It causes her 2 lethal.
Yes.
And she will for 10 minutes, have -1 die to all of her mentals from the concussive force.
Good. There we go.
And yeah, she will manifest on the other side, sans antlers.
Fans, antlers. Yep. Everybody pretty much materializes at the same point because everybody pretty much got 2 successes. So you guys are in the Tularine in Central Park. 10 point, you're bleeding kind of minorly.
Yep, she will go ahead and take some time to shift down to Hamid, grabbing wet naps out of her swag and kind of still looking a little dazed from the force necessary, but go about the process of like wiping up where blood's trailing around behind her ears.
Yep.
And then we'll pull out our phone and call Billy for a ride.
Expression, charisma.
Ugh. Sorry, my mouse was doing things. Oh boy. That charisma though. Jesus. 2 whole successes.
I mean, he's kinfolk, so you can. Yeah.
He is her kinfolk, so.
Yeah, you can include your pure breed.
Oh Jesus! What pure breed?
Yeah, well, why don't you have pure breed? You're Fiona Metis. Anyway.
Hey! There's no telling what her dad was.
This is definitely too late to have that conversation.
Hey! She doesn't know her daddy, and you don't either.
So Wendigo, we all know it.
Oh, Jesus. Not again.
But anyway, 2 successes, yeah. I'll be there as soon as possible. Pretty much the response. So you guys make your way to the southeast exit Central Park. There is a white Sept van waiting for you with Kevin in the driver's seat.
Who's Kevin?
Who did?
Billy.
I'm sorry, Billy. Sorry.
It's
Why
okay.
did I say Kevin?
I don't know. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't on purpose.
With Billy in the driver's seat, and he looks at 10 point. Where are we going, boss?
Coastline, southeast. She
Jones
kind
Beach.
of, yeah. She'll glance back to the 2 Hamids if they have like any other idea of what other beaches that way, but Billy probably knows as well as anyone, so she'll take his word for it.
You guys are taken along the way. You pass into Queens, pass into Long Island, go towards the beach. There's a person at the parking lot that stops the car. It's normal. Billy looks at you. Fine, I'll get it.
I mean, she'll look confused, and when he starts pulling out cash, we'll in fact reach for cash because she has some. Goddammit.
Okay. So he takes your cash, pays the toll. You guys park. How long do you need me to stay here?
Oh, with one glance back at her company, probably not long. She kind of glances off. I assume they're parked like right near the beach.
The coast,
Nope.
the waves are definitely in sight from the parking lot. And Billy gets out and walks towards the cantina.
That'll work. Fuck it. She's got his number.
Simon gets out of the car.
All right. So you guys are in Hamid. You're looking at a beach. It's getting close to evening.
Time to go for a nice evening stroll on the beach.
I mean, it's getting close. It's not actually evening yet.
Man, I'm missing some garlic butter. That's what Desmond just gonna say we getting out the car.
All right.
Yep, hopping out.
Okay. You guys are hopping out. It's February. It's not very populated on the beach. More populated towards the cantina, the beach bar. 10 Point, you seem to be leading this mission.
I do.
High or low?
Low.
Very good. Doesn't seem to be very many people on the beach past the cantina.
How fucking fortuitous.
Can anybody sense one?
Yup.
How is sense one? Is it like to the eyesight or does it go a bit further?
It's like an extra sense. It's not explicitly linked to any one thing.
Yeah.
You just kind of feel it.
Yeah.
You just kind of know it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, man. What Duncan said.
And I do not know what my diff is, so I'm just gonna roll it. And actually, let me double check real fast to make sure I didn't up anything for the stats. Nope. Okay. Boop.
Ooh!
Ooh.
1, 2, 3 successes. It takes you along the beach for a ways. Until you see two figures that are walking down the beach. 10 Point. Roll me base wits.
Sure.
Or base intelligence, rather.
Woohoo. Nah, nothing.
Nothing.
Close, but no cigar.
The girl means nothing to you. I was walking down the beach. But there is another. And they seem to be hurriedly walking towards the dunes that are leading towards the road. These are the target of your sense worm.
Both of them?
Both of them.
Then yeah, as we are having such a nice group stroll down the beach, And there's the nice cover of the water lipping at the sand or the dirt or whatever the fuck we've got going on here. She will just slow her pace enough to come about shoulder to shoulder with probably between Simon and Desmond, and simply say, nodding her head at one and then the other, that one and that one. And she'll glance over to see if John also got the indication.
If ST is happy for me to get it.
I mean, if not, she'll just circle around and repeat it for
Yeah.
him. So, one way or the other.
Have they seen us?
We've
What do
been
they-
walking
Rob-
along an
Rob-
open beach.
Yeah. We are just a group of four good friends walking down the beach.
Okay. 4 on 2.
Yeah.
John will sort of lift his sort of good hand to about chest height, hold it into a fist, and look at 10 point.
I am trying to decide what he means.
And the back.
Literally kind of like staring at you very purposely with a, say, hand clenched into a fist. And then he'll glance at the two of them back at 10 point.
And just real quick, Rob, you said there's one person scampering over the dunes, and there are two people also on the beach, and only one of them is tweaking?
No.
Or...
No,
Okay,
there
just wanted to
isn't
make sure.
really- yeah, there isn't really anybody on the beach right now, except those two people that seem to be walking towards the dunes that lead to the road. They are soaking wet.
Yeah, if there's no one in sight.
Yeah. Whoa.
Rolling initiative.
Yep.
Roll.
Can I try and cold clock them from behind, Rob, with like a sneak attack?
Go ahead and roll me dexterity stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so we all gonna do that then? That's what we doing now?
Yeah. That's what John's doing. Feel free
Yeah.
to like abandon him. But
John is trying to,
No, I'm not
to
about to-
sneak a first smack in there before they pay attention to the fact that we're anything but beachgoers.
I mean, I will get the other one if it's like that.
You guys are coming up behind them.
Oh, hot shit. Then yeah.
I'll-
If you're going to sneak, then sneak.
I'll get the other one in. I bought my
success,
first
Robert.
point.
Pardon?
What was that? What?
one success.
One success. Okay. So I'm going to have them roll here. No success. John. Yeah. John is
Okay.
stealth.
Okay.
I got
So-
3 on common spot.
Yeah.
What's the diff?
1 dice to. It's basic. I mean,
Hold on, we're doing John's thing first, and then we'll go to the other people. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
yeah. John is starting this off. So adding my my success to the dice pool.
Of course.
I'm going to, for this one though, if it's okay, called shot back of the head.
Cold shot back of the head.
Yeah, I feel it's
Okay. everybody who's rolled, I mean, we're doing John stuff right now, so that, you know.
Yeah, we got you.
Okay.
Yeah. If so. Well, I don't even know.
You're
You
floating
added
hashtag.
a hashtag.
That would be a fail. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
In fairness, if I hadn't done the
Alright.
cold shot, it would have still been a miss.
Yep. And they're gonna turn to you, and the woman, once you see the woman in full, 10 point, you will recognize her from Coney Island.
She's supposed to be dead.
She is supposed to be dead.
God.
And she looks
damn
at
it.
you and she goes, "What do you want from us?"
Can I headbutt her?
At that point, I'm gonna call for initiative.
I feel like
That's fine. That's my opening move, though.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Ten. I'm gonna see if there's any headbutt like in the book.
there is.
Sweet.
Give me 1 second.
Only
For
19.
you. I believe. Do you have at least brawl 3?
I do not know.
Sadly, it is a dirty fighting maneuver.
What? Damn it. Cannot then headbutt them.
I mean, you could technically flavor-wise headbutt, but you can
Yeah.
act the cool mechanic.
Okay. I know what I'm buying at downtime.
Dirty
Roll.
fighting. Jesus. Fuck all y'all. Except 10 point.
Fuck yeah. 10 points.
If somebody could be so decent as to put in the side chat.
The
There'd need to
initiative.
be a roll off between 10 point and
I was just gonna let him go first because we got the exact same shit. But we can do a roll off.
Let's do a roll off. Let's be fair.
Okay. I go last. Confirmed.
We don't know that yet. I could roll a 1. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got everything all fuckered up. Give me 1 second. Where the fuck is my notepad? Got mixed up with people. You got a 10, right, Duncan?
yeah, I got 10.
All right.
All right. Simon, you go first.
His first thing is going to activate Razor Claws.
We're in Hamed.
No, he spends a rage to go. Well, yeah, true. I mean,
So
he
you're
spends a rage.
spending you're spending your rage to go into Krynos.
Yes,
Okay.
he activates Razor Claws.
So you're spending 2 rage.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I mean, you're activating Razor Claws. That's your turn.
Yeah.
All right.
And can I spend rage beyond that?
What's your maximum rage?
5. My 5 is.
No. You spent 2.
It's half rounding down because half rounding up
Yeah.
because otherwise a Ragabash could never spend rage.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
sure.
If
You
I
can
can
spend 1 rage.
for an attack, yes.
Desmond.
All right, then. First, I am going to spend. I am going to spend 2. I'm going to spend 2 rage. But I am going to just shift. Do a shift take. If you successfully shift, do I take that turn or whatever?
Yes.
Okay.
Shifting
I am
takes
going
a
to
turn.
spend. Okay, I'm going to spend that rage out of that 2 to shift to Hispo, and I am going to bite the ever-loving crap out that lady.
Okay, so you're spending a rage to shift. You're spending a rage for
Mhm.
extra turn.
Yep.
And
If you-
you're rushing for a bite.
Yep. Going for a bite. A
Okay.
meaty bit, so I'm rolling for that. So. So, all right. Dice roller. So, stupid dice roller. Dice roller. Come on, hurry up. Take too long. People got things to do.
Looks like you got 2 successes there, bud.
2 success rate white mice.
Three successes.
Oh, what'd you say?
No, 4 successes. Sorry.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I didn't
5
see
successes.
5 minus 1.
Fact,
It's 4.
no more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Is,
Six.
I just
5.
did 4.
Yeah,
Oh, it's to 4.
Oh, it's
Sorry.
4. Okay.
Derp.
base 5 minus 1 for ground mass.
Yeah.
That'd be. Hold up, just make sure my math right. So 4 plus 2 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6. So that'd be 12 dice.
Okay.
Here we go.
One, two, three, 4,
1, 2.
5, 6, 7. That's aggravated. And they're in they're in Hamid form. Please describe to me how you one-shot this thing.
So basically, Desmond is just going to basically like run up and like Hispo, and then just basically just grip his head, and then just squish it, and then just start shaking it around like a rag doll, and then just spit out the rest of it.
All right. Immediately after you grab the guy's head, you behead him, and you are in war form. The woman drops to her knees and starts shrieking and crying.
Yeah. John's go.
Yep.
Right, okay. There's 4 of us on a beach. We've got a dead body here, and we've got 2 people in war form. pray for delirium. Reflexively shift to Krynos.
Okay.
And which is obviously not an expenditure. And I'm going to go for a grapple. And
Okay.
I want specifically, can I take an increased difficulty on the grapple to make sure I've got a hand over her mouth?
Yeah, we'll go with small target
So like head, yeah?
increase. Small target
Cool.
increase. All right.
Wow. 1, 2,
Yup.
3, 4.
Yup.
Damn. Just damn.
Fuck you. But damn. You the shrieking is
with your
muffled.
permission, quiet and live.
Quiet and live. Go ahead and give me a manipulation.
Can I appeal for
intimidation? You're in Krenos, sir.
I am, so my manipulation at this point is 0 automatically.
Fair enough. Yeah, okay, fine.
To be fair, you could almost argue for a fucking intimidation roll because she can't understand High Tongue.
This is an intimidation roll.
You can say like small bits of English, like small growly bits of English in Krynos.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. You still have small faculties. Run. Shut up. Quiet. You know, shit like that.
That's true.
6, 7, 8, 1.
That looks like 2 successes, sir. And she will stop screaming, but she's still looking at you like you're gonna kill her.
It's fair.
I mean, he's not gonna kill her this turn, but I might.
She is grappled. She's not offering resistance.
Sadly, she is a thing that's got to die.
Okay.
10 points humanity has limits.
Okay. So she's not resisting, so it is 10 points turn. She is grappled. She is essentially not defending.
The only thing that I'm hating here is she will, at least before acting, glance up to John and just very calmly explain, we can't let her live.
Info.
You said info?
He said info, yeah.
She is a tainted shifter. If we let her go, and now that they are able to breed, she will make more. They are a threat to us, and they are a threat to shifters beneath the water.
I didn't say anything about letting her go. Also, bodies.
Do you mean to wrestle her all the way back to the van?
He looks at the others.
Knock her out.
In the bag, there's a sword. Use it to cut my sleeve off.
What's happening?
Trying to think if there's an easy way to knock her out besides beat the shit out of her.
Load of bashing will do.
Yeah, a lot of bashing will do.
Simon gonna activate mercy.
Oh, well, you know what? In light of this conversation we've had, I will cede my turn to letting to just stepping aside after I've had this delightful conversation and letting Simon do his thing.
Okay. Simon, you've activated mercy. Go ahead.
Okay. are 9d10. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh shit. She's gonna be knocked out.
It's worth pointing out that if we do too much,
I don't think you can kill someone with mercy, technically. I think it's in the actual text for it.
is it? I'll have a look.
Let me double check.
Like, double check, but someone told me this and I was like, what?
I have the gifts up, and if so, that's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, I think the text says you actually can't kill someone with it. The worst you can do is knock them out.
Oh yeah, a creature killed by such damage merely falls unconscious and may heal the wounds at the normal rate for bashing.
Okay, cool. Because I have 10 those.
Go
I have
ham.
10 razor claws activated. That's a whole lot of dice.
No, I just want everybody to take a step back and say, good job, Nelson, for taking that gift. Yes?
Good man.
I think we
that.
all agree it's a very good gift.
Six, that's one. Oh wait, six, that's one. Oh wait, it's even that's still 6 successes. Is it even lower because she's grappled?
Yeah, it's -2 diff.
It's negative
So
2 diff
that's
to hit.
So it's 4. That's negative. That's all successes then because it's 5 razor claws.
Just sure you can that bitch.
Yeah, that's all successes, buddy, because the lowest it can go is 3. So
Yeah. 19 d10 of
Shit.
slashing.
Discord, don't be a dick with damage. Discord, don't be a dick. Shit.
It's a bit sick. 19
You
d10
are
is
doing
success.
bashing.
Whoa,
Yep,
that's a lot.
you are doing bashing, so she does get an opportunity to soak. And she soaks 2 of it.
Discord does stop being a dick.
So, are you you guys are basically gonna beat her into unconscious? Is that what I'm hearing? Is that the consensus here?
I don't see how she can reasonably escape.
Yeah, no, she's save for one thing.
She might change.
It's true. Let's find out real fast if this bitch is Hamid.
You do grapple her. You have intimidated her. She kind of have her in your grasp, as it were.
Yes.
She is terrified. You've killed her buddy in front of her in one strike, and there's this giant wolf thing. There's 3 giant wolf things that are around her, and one of them is holding her down. She's not doing anything.
I mean, if she's unconscious, she can't do anything at all.
This is true, but she's not unconscious. It's only a 2 bashing.
I was
mean,
trying to
can-
decide, are
can-
you narratively having us
Can we not just narratively
continue?
beat her into unconsciousness? Because
No, that's what I'm asking.
Yes,
you want
absolutely.
to narratively beat her
Yes.
into
Absolutely.
So okay, you narratively beat her into this individual into unconsciousness.
shift back down to
It-
Hamid. What do we do with the body?
Desmond's gonna look around and just go, was this the attack?
10 Point's gonna turn a glance to the water and hope really hard she spots Finn. Because that would be some pretty nice body removal right there.
Give me a perception alertness.
Woo!
What was that?
that was sorry. That was 2 10s in there. I don't have a specialty, but I still get excited about them.
There's no fin in either of y'all's perception.
If you take a... John will glance about. Be like, maybe we can bury him in the sand.
It's a nod of agreement.
Yeah.
Actually, is anyone still in Krynos?
Yep.
My character in Hispo, he just basically wants to start digging.
Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole.
Every single red talon screams in pain. Because you're definitely wagging your tail in my mind.
Who's of use? Desmond's of use. Yes, he is. He's such a good boy.
Fucking amazing. Please tell me he is in fact wagging his tail because this is fun.
Yes, he is, basically.
Well, if Duncan finds this amusing, John is kind of terrified that there's a Hispo and a Krynos still. And keeps looking towards the dunes in the car park.
If nothing else, 10 Point will reach over and kind of reach out to Simon and like won't tell him to change back yet because there's a Hispo there and they need the delirium cover, but she will at least try to kind of tug to give him the hint to at least get low or some shit. So they're less likely to be spotted from a distance.
He's like sitting down while trying to. He's even be like lying or something so that especially Simon is in Krynos is like 10 foot. Like, he's like he's getting as low as he can.
Once we have dug a hole, which I imagine in Hispo versus Sand is not a very long-term project. I'm just gonna nudge that in there. Thankfully, I don't have fingerprints on record, so yeah, I'm just gonna roll that bitch in.
Poke the head in with your toe.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Also, he has the head basically, and he's just gonna go over there to basically John and just give it to him.
John's going to take the head.
Yeah, he's just gonna like Dan's gonna lift the head up and just like give it to him.
Goes in the hockey bag.
There's like a half second of protest. Oh my god. There's like a half second of like, that's essentially that's gonna be messy. I had bag.
So wait. So what you're saying is John is taking part of the kill.
Especially if it's being given to him.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
If anyone wants to suggest anything else, if anyone wants to take it, it was that I understood that they were about to bury it.
Yeah, 10 Point will, if anything, like if she does anything in this process, it will be like pull a bag out of her swag to wrap it in so it doesn't like blood stain through the fucking hockey bag.
I need to ziplock this. I really need to ziplock.
You don't understand. She has Tupperware in there.
Yeah, Dan's gonna look
gotta transport brains in something, sir.
Desmond's just gonna look at them like kind of disturbed. Like she's ready for this, too ready. Like
she was totally ready to like, oh, hold on, grizzly remains here. Let me just pull out the appropriate container for that.
Awesome.
And then we'll shove the body in and let and probably at that point be like, you need to get down because they can rebury it in Hamid.
Yeah.
She'll start shoving like a massive pile of sand back in, making sure that any bloodied sand has been kicked in first.
That will need to be cleansed before we get on set.
Understood.
And while they are
all I ask is to honor Eagle.
Oh yeah. While they are reburying, once she's kicked in the bits of bloody sand, 10 Point will in fact next pull out a fucking rope, because I'm not having this bitch wake up and start screaming and running and shit.
Okay.
She will. Her clothes are pretty shoddy, anyways. She'll cut a strip off to gag her with.
Okay. What would be the appropriate roll here to see if your bindings last?
Dex crafts steeples my fingers.
You think it'd be so easy?
I mean, surely. I mean, if it needs to be a roll, then surely like a straight Dex, or actually Dex craft seems very reasonable. Like if you need a roll. Ultimately, she's going to be unconscious for like, I assume a length of time, and then there's going to be like 3 Gara around her.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Let's go with straight Dex. Difficulty 5.
Yeah. Doing your rolls.
Jesus.
This is why I don't like you very much. Apparently 10 Point today doesn't know how to tie knots. She makes a bow. It's not even around her hands. I'm not sure how that works.
That basically because Desmond shifted down. What's the roll?
Desmond like kicks a bunch of sand on her totally by accident. I don't know.
With the fail, is it clear that 10 Point has failed?
Oh yeah, it's very clear that this is super easy to slip out of.
Okay. John is just going to kind of once again hand over her mouth and like arm around her shoulders, like to hold her up, hand over the mouth, and he'll sort of rise. If one of the other of you will take them, and we just look like we're taking a drunk friend home.
Yeah, sure. And basically,
I'll take Hamid then, and then take her.
Yes, everyone into Hamid.
Because he was crying out because the other one was his power and he did that, Girl, yeah. You don't see him. And now he's in Hamid, and he's helping John with the girl. I think the girl, with Simon being 6'6" and John being like 7 foot, the girl has her foot dangling in the air.
Yeah.
10 Point will pick up the hockey bag.
Fair enough. So, you all weekend at Bernie's. This unconscious person towards the car.
Mm-hmm.
We'll assume that you texted
Yep.
Billy. I only had like 3 drinks. Come on.
She will text back. Actually, no, she won't, because she can't text for shit. She will probably like. Essentially, he gets a text that is like 1 word, or it's 2 words. It's
now.
We're coming. Or yeah, probably now. Because her typing is atrocious on a smartphone. It's sad. There's a lot of backspacing and then cussing because she hit the slash instead of the backspace, and it's tragic. But she manages to type
laughing
now.
while she texting.
All right, so Billy will meet you by the van. Jesus fucking Christ!
We have a +1.
Obviously. And what's it going to look like if I get pulled over?
Like
Don't get pulled over. Open the door.
He's gonna look at 10 Point, and he's gonna look at John. Okay.
God damn you, Rage 6.
Rage 6, huge size, ugly motherfucker. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god. The Hulk said do it.
Exactly. That's exactly
She'll shoot Billy an apologetic look. She's generally very nice to Billy.
They should be taking a drug friend home.
Mm-hmm. Oh no! Once we're in the back of the van, John is going to sit on this woman's chest.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus Christ.
He's very thorough.
So yeah, you guys let's head back towards the Sept. And
Do you have
Billy's
a
gonna
safe
look.
place we can store her.
The hell you mean safe place? This is Sept van.
Does the Sept have a? He looks around at New York City. A house, a warehouse, a shed,
Oh, wait, I know one.
an apartment, anything.
No, a warehouse. And yeah, she will actually direct Billy over to where she first met Brian and had her glorious, glorious time being possessed. Because she sure as fuck can't bring him back on, or bring her back on Sept.
I'm sure as fuck I don't have a choice in this, do I?
Simon just nods.
I mean, technically. But do you want us to walk her there?
Fine.
I'll give you enough for more drinks. I'm sorry. I'll give you enough for a night's tab.
And he'll drive you guys to the warehouse.
When 10 Point says this, John will just turn to her and say, "Isn't that a bit circular?"
Blink.
The kinfolk give you your money, so you give them back the money.
The kinfolk didn't give me this money.
Okay. This is a strange set.
What?
It
He
is.
can't pay for what? He can't pay for nothing.
What? No. Jeez. It's called being nice.
I mean, I was gonna give him some money.
The kinfolk is nominally silent at this conversation.
How much? I have resources too, so would it be safe to say I could pull out a 50 out of my pocket?
Yeah, totally.
And he's gonna just like slap it on his chest, like, "There you go, good sir."
Poor Billy. Always
He,
in the awkward.
he takes it and he goes,
It's
"Thank you, sir."
John kind of tucks himself away as best as he can. Like, I'm nice.
And
Sure you are, Freeman.
You guys get driven to Brian's warehouse.
Mm-hmm. Oh god. Can I hope there are still kinfolk in attendance in that place?
Yes. There's, like,
Fantastic.
two
Can I
seat-
assume there were restraints on any of those fucking beds they had?
No. They
Damn.
kind of got rid of the restraints. They
Well-
thought it kind of inhumane.
Well, you know,
But that's what we need right now.
yeah. That's okay. That's okay. They still have drugs. If she's not awake, she can't run away.
John will, but turn to 10 Point at this point though, while still just sitting on the unconscious body. Journey. So you knew that there were crabs.
Yes.
What else do you know about them? I'm assuming the Sept knows about them.
We have only learned so much. They're being made by a doctor. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. We do have a report. She is the
roll me
first.
base intelligence. You
Oh,
can,
thank you.
you can try to remember.
Because I, like Katie, can't remember that fucking name. Some point apparently probably can.
So Desmond just gonna pipe up. So
Dr. Bajan.
Thank you. There is a man named Dr. Vajan who is creating them. We don't know why yet. She is the first who was able to take what he calls a chittering form, probably whatever they have that is equivalent to lupus.
You've seen this one before?
Yes, Coney Island.
So, quick question. So, it was made out to, well, basically the way you explained it, 10 point, right? It was explained that it was something like big was going to go down to the point that we needed the water for it, but it seems like nothing didn't really happen. Is this like the calm before the storm? I don't know. You was doing some theater stuff, so I don't know what's about to go down.
She is not the only one. She is not the last one. There may have even been more on the beach.
Have you?
Did not sense. They are being made to attack the Rokea, as far as I can tell.
What's a Rokea?
Sharks, big sharks, really big sharks, shifters. It's.
You mean street sharks?
I don't have. We can do it.
Like the others.
Yes, like the.
Surely
others.
this is their problem then.
Until they're on land, and then they're our problem.
Fair.
So we are working together.
Fair.
That's interesting. So I guess we're gonna extract some information from out of her.
Very probably.
I guess that won't be an easy thing to do. So is the guy outside? Is the kinfolk still outside in the car or something?
The kinfolk is outside in the car, yes.
Or Billy.
Is Billy outside in the car?
Yes.
Billy is outside in the car.
Des was gonna go out there and be like, "Hey, do you have any pliers or anything?"
Oh, I have everything necessary as long as she doesn't shift. At which point it becomes harder, but still doable.
I mean, if we're going to interrogate her, we might as well use tactics that, not using bodily harm yet, but the fear of torture being on the table usually get them to talk.
Well, if
It
we
doesn't get them to talk, it only gets them to say exactly what they think you want to hear. That's why it's not very useful.
point, just points out.
And then Desmond is just going to give like the ugly man that look like. Just going to give him that.
You're a philodox, though. Yes.
Yes.
Can you tell if she's lying? Do you have the truth of Gaia?
Not yet.
Does someone on
But there's
Sept?
other ways. There's other ways.
Does someone on Sept?
I mean,
I'm assuming someone does.
Jacob
Yes.
does.
There we go then.
but are we going
Yes,
to
no
wait
questions with
that
the truth of
long
Gaia.
for that? And then Desmond just go, "Excuse me."
I'm going to remind Desmond, this is a cub talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then basically he's like, "Excuse me."
I couldn't actually hear the last bit Duncan said. Can you repeat it for me real fast?
He said, there we go. We can ask a yes, no questions with the truth of Gaia. We'll know we've got the right answer.
Desmond is basically going to be like, Desmond just going to just look at him, just be like, just give him that look, and just be like, anyways, 10 points. Since you're the one leading this, what do you want to do?
Sadly, since we've kept her at all, we do need to get the information, and we do need to make sure it's good. It's probably best to have a Philodox with Truth of Gaia here. The hard part becomes containing her in the meantime, unless we can keep her knocked out so that she can't shift, because there's, she glances around, nothing especially promising in the form of restraints. if you will give me a moment. And she'll look around to see if any of the kinfolk remain. They did have this set up as like a little medical facility before. She can hope that they still have some of that.
They do.
And yeah, she will go among the kinfolk and ask if they have the means to keep this woman knocked out for a period of time. Because she does not want to leave a threat in their midst, but if she is unable to awaken, she will not be a threat.
They will tell you that such, they will need other, medical equipment to keep her knocked out, especially given that she is apparently a changer.
Will it help if I awaken the drugs for you, so that they will have a better effect?
Minorly, I say.
And what do you need?
Chloroform anesthesia is better. High-powered painkillers to keep her docile.
And I am going to quickly message people because I do have a pack link, and she does have kins in a medical field. I just don't know how else we could get it.
The question is, do we have time? And another question happens is, do they have a way to sense each other?
That's very, very fair.
That is not sure that's something we can find out until we question her.
Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't just imagine if you have people doing a little stakeout right here until we can get the appropriate people. Next thing you know, you see like 5 of them bust out of nowhere, and there'll be a 2 against 5 scenario, whatever. Like, do we want to take that risk, or I mean, I understand the whole truth of Gaia. Like, I get that, but the thing is, it comes down to time, and we don't know how many more of them are out there.
Temple will turn a glance to Simon. Can you ask Jacob how long it would take him to get here? I can't stay offset for a prolonged period of time, but if I need to, I can stay overnight, awaken drugs, and keep an eye, so that if she should wake, there's at least one of us here.
And he'll nod. I can. And you see, I'm trying to get his attention.
If you can't get a hold of him, I mean, it's almost midnight, so
yeah, he might be out
UK
cold.
time. Like,
he's online, but that doesn't mean much. He might have fallen asleep in the computer or something. So yeah.
Yeah.
10 point. Give me a. Tell me high or low.
High.
We have enough supplies, should you awaken them, to keep her docile for 3 days.
That should be more than enough time. I should hope. All right. Then show me what I am working on. I will go and do that now. The rest of you can keep an eye on her to make sure she doesn't wake up.
And they lead you to a supply of painkillers, chloroform.
Okay.
Very weaverish items.
True, but they serve a purpose.
They do serve a purpose.
That is the wrong right.
So how long is you gonna keep her like here?
Mm-hmm.
So how long? Like how many days?
Awakening is level 2.
They said we have enough for 3 days. That should be more than enough.
Those are also 3 days of uncertainty.
That is more than anyways. That is more than enough to get Jacob here. So, and he'll come as soon as possible.
At the very worst, if we don't get that information in the meantime, it is no worse than if we had killed her on the beach.
If necessary, I do understand though what. Sorry, I can't remember Desmond's deed name.
Shreds the Corrupt.
Shreds the Corrupt's point that if they can sense each other, is there another place the kinfolk can maybe go temporarily for those 3 days? If a couple of Garu, 1 or 2 if possible, stay here in shifts. I don't know if the Denfather will permit me to stay, but I'm happy to do so. Keep an eye out, see if some come. If they do, before Jacob does, we kill her and run. And then the kinfolk are protected from the worst case scenario.
Without the kinfolk, we can't keep her unconscious. I don't have the medical knowledge.
Maybe a skeleton crew, enough that can run quickly.
She nods agreement to that. And she'll actually look to Desmond to see if this is ruffling him more, or if it's sounding sensible.
Desmond is going to think. Quick question, Robert. With intelligence 4, and if I get somebody to go to the library for me, could I be able to look up how to basically look up how to administer basic drugs to somebody or something? I mean, the internet has everything. Not
do
weird
you have
shit.
a medicine dot?
No, I was just going to do a little self-help, whatever.
Well, it's more that if you don't have a dot in a knowledge, you can't roll it.
Yeah, you can be totally you can be aware that you need an intravenous inoculation of such and such to such and such millimeters to certain pounds of body weight, but it's the medical knowledge that lets you know where to put the needle.
Okay, gotcha. Desmond's just gonna be scratching his chin, basically, just thinking on it.
And meanwhile, I guess either do you want to use just base diff, or what is the rage of a spirit that is in sedatives? Because that's apparently the difficulty on awakening.
It's the getting high spirit.
We're gonna go with base difficulty for this.
Okay.
Okay.
So just more spirit of downers, isn't it?
Don't argue with me.
Oh no, I was talking to Diamond.
I know. I'm just doing it.
Oh goodness. Am I just rolling once for the lot, or would you like me to roll multiple times?
Roll once for the lot.
In that case, may I spend a willpower?
What's your nature and demeanor at this point?
Oh, that's right. They're not on here. It's I think it's masochist penitent.
Yeah, no.
Very well. Oh, it helps if I put the number in. Shit.
It does. Totally does.
1 is all it takes. Thank God.
Yes, 1 is all it takes for awakening, and you do awaken a lot. You do have 3 days from now to get Jacob in front of this changer.
I guess anyone would treat the guy really.
Anyone would treat the guy, really.
Fantastic.
I mean, are there other PCs with little guy?
I mean, there are Philodox cubs.
I can't tell you this. You guys can figure it out for yourselves.
Yep. Yeah.
Is there anything anyone would otherwise like to do at this point?
Simon would just say, I doubt the warder will accept because, well, there's only 2 of us guardians, but if he does, I'm also willing to stay and protect the kinfolk here.
I will
Fair enough.
go and ask them, Father.
And actually, if Simon is willing to stay, 10 Point will actually nod and say, in that case, I'll return, make sure the shrines are set right, and come back with you.
And he'll nod. Just make sure to cleanse the head, and he'll look to Desmond and ask the warder if it's okay if I can stay. If it's not, I'll come straight back.
If I'm
Well,
maybe so bold.
Yes.
No, say, Keeper, would you cleanse my head? Sorry, in fact, no, he won't ask 10 Point first. He'll ask Shreds.
And he will look at him and basically like, yeah, just give me the head.
Sorry, I missed the end there.
He just said, just give me the head, I'll cleanse it.
Yeah, I'll take the head out and give it to you.
Nice.
It's all cleansed.
Yeah, it's
Oh, that's clean.
totally cleansed. That head is ready for submission to Falcon for sacrifice.
Eagle.
Eagle. Fair enough. Oh, I see.
It's Eagle who demands severed heads be displayed in his name.
Here you go. Cleansed and shiny and ready to be put up on any mantle or any shrine.
Thank you.
All right.
I think I'll keep it around the cub cabins until there is a shrine of Eagle.
There are no cub cabins, keep in mind.
Oh, not cub cabin, sorry, cub den.
If you would like, I can convey it into the Umbra for you.
Thank you.
And
I want to
and
see
yeah,
it.
I'm trying to think. Oh, that's
All
right.
right.
10 Point will actually awkwardly thrust her phone out at Simon because don't trust her to put the number in herself. Don't trust her. But
Okay, I'll put in the number.
Big thumbs.
and she will obnoxiously instead of sending like the text to it to give her number back because she's learned that this is a trick. She doesn't actually text him. She does the little thing where you hold down the mic and just talk into it to send a voice clip. So she just says hello to her phone and then sends him that. It's so much easier than typing. She only has to hold down
Fair
one
enough.
button.
Fair enough. One button it is.
Very well. Trying to think, is there anything else we need to do? We need to make sure we cleanse before we go back in. But other than that, I think we're good. Would you like us to roll all the cleansing?
I'll do the cleansing.
Go ahead.
If Dice Roller just need to hurry up. All right, here we go.
That's
Damn.
one of us?
Yeah. You cleanse everybody.
That was hot.
That's everybody. All right.
All right. And if anybody has nothing else to do, this seems like a perfect place to end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Watchers for watching. Wherever you are, this has been a scene for the living world of darkness, rage across New York, the Groove venue.